Hopefully we'll see you guys later. Nice knowing you. The floor in my section's holding fine. Throughout the whole flight, no sense of motion, no turbulence, very smooth. On our trip today, we'll do a little bit of everything. Some low contour flying lift for animals up there, but I'm letting the air out sideways like a little mini jet, and that's why the basket's rotating. So throughout your trip, anytime that you don't have the angle, picture something you want to see better, let me know and I'll turn you. But luckily we have rockets on the bottom of the basket, so we can... I tease, it's fun to see other balloons flying. I'm glad you're with us though. Of the San Francisco peaks, the mountains to the north, if you're going that way, for example, if you're going to the Grand Canyon, you're going to go right past those mountains. That's where Flagstaff is. San Francisco peaks. Highest point, just under 13,000. Something cool to do this time of year is, well, any time of the year, but in the summer they keep the chairlifts open. There's part of the ski resort up there. It's a small little section. It's called the Snow Bowl. So when you're on Highway 180, it is. It's called an artesian well. It used to be a tour ranch called the Legends, and they run horses out of there. So they had that well for the water for the horses. The tour ranch closed. It now is a new development going in called Aries, and the developer called that lakefront property. So I was like, you know, I did notice a lot of boating and swimming going on in that giant lake over there.
Oh, jeez. I was going to say pond, but
it was originally a community that basically kind of fell apart. Nobody was buying anything, so they came in and bought a whole bunch chunk, and then they made that golf course. So where there's pieces of property that are in the middle of the Forest Service land is all, to my knowledge anyway, have been traded. Typically have been the Forest Service doing some kind of land trade with those people. You felt it at home, a little miss, and 5 seconds later you're out of it. Same drill. That's a different kind of rain than when we look out and we see that big black cloud with the black bottom, and it starts to roll thunder. Those are cumulonimbus clouds. We don't want even touching the tops of the trees if you see us doing that. No problem. Just on your next ride, the pilot hits the middle of the tree. That's not so cool, actually. Yeah. You can say at that point, you can be like, Mark said this wasn't right. Shadow picture coming out really nicely now. Give the people going to work a little thrill. You know, they're bored and they gotta go to work. Oh my goodness. Give them a minute buzz. Yeah. We're not actually gonna go that low. Don't worry about the highway. We're not gonna go like cars are gonna be veering off the road or anything. We're gonna stay above them. Even the 18-wheelers, we're gonna stay above them too. Just barely. Why we actually came this low, and you might have noticed all the way down we kept going more and more and more right. Now that we're on the surface, the wind's going right at that flagpole. 5 or 6 slower down here, right above. Kind of even above you was better, but it was more left. I mean, it's enough to get out for sure, but we just got to work on it and stay with it.
So, Mark, you go up from 200 to 300 times a year.
Correct. The more the better. For us, for you guys, just for the overall experience. It was really fun when they built this highway. They only had one side open at a time, so we had a brand new road to land on every single day. It was so great, and then they let cars go down. I was like, that sucks. And I should be getting mine hours. That's good. A couple weeks from now. Yeah, minimum hours for written oral and flight test, and then minimum private and additional for commercial, and then a 75 a time.
So, what makes you think you want to go to the gravel pit?
You look at horsepower, you look at, who makes it.
How about design?
Things like that.
Do you tell them the colors and things that you
The
want?
actual color design we do when we make them, when we buy them, because they're
That's your
brand
preference.
new. Yeah. The reason that yellow is used mostly, and you can see a lot of yellow, is that's the best UV protector. Deflector, I guess, is the better word. UV is a big.
But there's
Unfortunately, the pitch of the frequency is burning.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, 10.
12.
Yeah, right turn. About 45 to the road. My line is straight to my crew right now. So in about 3 or a little more scenic area than. Yeah, they're not going to hurt you. Every inch of your part. Same kind of principle with the balloon. You get used to the basket and the reaction and what it's going to do. So like I said, we can touch the trees. It's just if we plowed into the middle of it, then that'd be a screw up. There's no pilot that's going to go, yeah, we totally meant to do that. Yeah, whatever. Shut up.
Take your knees, Hammer.
Like a big weeble wobble. But we're not going to tip. Wheels down. Those are the wheels. Okay, straight. This is actually Aste. So who had just the straight up, straight stuff?
I'm impressed.
I got a straight too. Get it all straight. Okay.
Who else has straight? It's Italian.